Hi, everybody. Welcome to our, I guess, week we're going into of July. For those in the U.S., we had a long 4th of July weekend, but I thought we'd tell you, Alan and I have been discussing on the last, uh, I guess, 6 weeks or so, give you guys an update of what's going on at tZERO. So we're hard at work, and I kind of hinted at this a few weeks ago, at a blockchain-related initiative, a new one that I think you will see ties together everything we're doing, and we're going to be announcing it. We're putting some crossing T's and dotting I's, but I think you'll see us announce something relatively soon. But it should give you a more cohesive view as to what we're doing, and I think it's really exciting for us. Keep an eye on that space in here in terms of what we're going to be announcing there. We're also been working with a traditional broker-dealer, and they're looking at us as being their partner for real world asset, fractionalized / tokenized stuff, and a lot of the things we've been talking about. Also very exciting partnership we hope will move forward. We're in deep discussions with them, and that would be us doing a lot of the things we've talked about in the sports and entertainment, and in kind of being their partner with their customer base. We also have Lynq coming out next week, or at least becoming operational next week. And the Lynq project will take some time for all the parties to ramp up and start using it actively. So it'll probably be a relatively quiet start, but operationally will be functional next week. But we do like the product. We're excited about it. And I think, if you look at the regulatory environment, they have a thing called the Genius Act. I'm going to have Alan address it, but it looks like the Genius Act, as it's going to pass, has an element in it which I think is favorable, very favorable to Lynq. And that's around the fact that it doesn't look like stablecoins will be interest bearing. Alan, can you expand a little upon that?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Dave. So there's a bill that's going through Congress that's going to govern how stable coins can be set up in the US. It has a lot of features to it. One that has attracted a lot of attention is whether a traditional stable coin can offer yield. The version that passed the Senate basically says it can't. There was a competing version in the House that initially said that it can. The two versions are going to be reconciled. Everyone's expectation is that the Senate's version will prevail. So in order to have a US compliant stablecoin, you won't be able to offer yield as we think of it. Folks are trying to come up with workarounds, one of which, of course, is to set up a compliant security-based stablecoin, which is what Lynq is, and that can offer yield and interest, including tied to a treasury portfolio, or I guess some other benchmarks. But certainly for a prudently managed stablecoin backed by treasuries, the yield would be somehow related to the composition of the portfolio. So that's a solution to that prohibition, and that's what Lynq is designed to address, together with its real-time settlement ecosystem and front end that really creates a powerful combination.
Thanks, Alan. A lot of the stuff I talked about last week, we're still working aggressively on, and because it's only been 3 or 4 days, but I thought that we'd bring up some of these projects. Things are kind of moving all at once, a lot of them. I mean, there was a backlog, and we have a lot going on right now that's kind of all hitting around the same time. The other thing we're going to be talking about in this coming weeks and month or so is, people have asked us about, acquisitions, M&A, and things like that. Some of the properties of the tZERO-P may need to be altered, and we're going to talk about that, and obviously very, very transparent. That will allow those things to happen a little easier. But what's really important to us is that we still can preserve the tZERO-P community, and also, its trading and all that stuff. But more to come on that. We're at an exciting and very, very busy time right now in the company, with a lot of things starting to get going relatively quickly now. I know it seems like it's been a long time, but a lot of these things are out of our control because we're dealing with third-party partners. And I think in the next coming weeks, I'll give you especially when we talk about our new blockchain initiative, I think I'm going to give a very cohesive story, and you'll understand a little bit why things may have taken a little longer than we would all like, especially us, because we're probably the most impatient. but I think you'll see a big overall picture of where we're going and very cohesive of where we're going to get to. So with that, we're going to get back to work, and I hope everyone has a great rest of the week and are enjoying their summers. Talk to you soon. Thanks, Alan.
Thank you.